Hey guys, Redwood Bullion back here with you. I just wanted to do another video about these stacker bars. I had a question about them because they look like Scottsdale Mint ones. Did a little digging and as you can see, these are all Academy. This is an APMEX one, but they're still made by Scottsdale Mint. Same exact thing, just different face on the front of it. Same interlocking design. I don't have any of the other Scottsdale Mint ones here, but they all fit exactly the same size and all of that. So pretty cool little thing to have. Did see them on SD Bullion, a couple other places, but I don't see them still being produced like the Scottsdale ones are now. So maybe they just changed up a little bit. And this is the only APMEX one I've ever found, or that I have and that I've ever seen, but I guess it does say Scottsdale Mint right on the back of that one. I don't think it does on any of these other ones. I really do like that swirl router pattern though. That is really cool. They are all exactly the same, except for this one has a 10 on it, a lot bigger, and has a serial number on it. I'll have to do a little bit more digging tonight on these and find a little bit more history out about them. Like I said, most of this stuff is all gotten from a pawn shop, not a coin dealer or a coin shop. So I don't get anybody to talk to about that has the history or the knowledge of a coin like a coin shop would have, that specializes just in metals and all of that. So most of my knowledge is just, from years of doing this and just doing my own research. And as I'm sure you guys have all seen lately in the news and hearing all the YouTube videos about how silver's just starting to go up and how it seems to be so heavily manipulated and this and that. And, a lot of people that I know that are just now starting to get into it. Like, one of the things that I want to point out, and I hope a lot of people that are just now getting into it think about, and what's your timeline like on investing this money? A lot of people, you can't buy this and expect to flip it in a month or two and to make a profit that's worth it. Do I think that silver is going to be worth a lot more in the next coming years? Absolutely. That's why I've been doing this for the last 10 years, is putting it away. But very, very, very few times over the amount of time that I've been doing this have I ever seen a time where I could have bought something and then sold it, within a few weeks and made a decent profit at all after you factor in premiums. And I have a very good relationship with the place that I buy all my metal from, and I pay very, very little spot when it really comes down to it. I can only imagine paying the premiums that I see a lot of online dealers charging for stuff. It might take you a year or two just to get back to being even. I definitely bought it as an investment / storage. For me, it's more of a place to just kind of park money. It tends to trade and stay in a very tight little zone for the most part. So if nothing else, even if I don't make any money on it, I still get back, the same, we'll say $25 an ounce. I still get back the same $25 an ounce that I spent, 5 years ago, where that same $25 might only be worth, say, $15. So I didn't actually make any money, but the key thing is that I didn't lose any money. That's the big thing for me. That's what got me into silver for the most part. Gold too. Gold, I've been doing that for longer than 10 years. So, I've seen gold go. When I first started doing gold, it was, I think, $3.25, $3.35 an ounce was the first ounce of gold I ever bought. So that's definitely been a good investment, but that's 15, 20 years, and then what's that look like in inflation? What's that, $300 and say $50 what is that actually worth now? So, I mean, it's definitely a good investment, but just for a lot of people that are new to getting into this, I know this channel's new and I don't have a lot of subscribers and all that just yet, but for the people that do watch this that are new to stacking and new to silver and precious metals, just keep that in mind. Like, what does your investment horizon in your timeline look like? Are you looking to get in quick and out and try to turn a profit? If you're doing that, you're probably better off to trade in the paper market than you are in the physical market. That said, if you got, a couple of years, or you're just trying to kind of, find a safe place to park money to, get back at least what you put into it, I think silver is a really good one. There's another one from Monarch Metals, or Monarch Precious Metals. These are some other little random art bars that I like, that none of them, at least all the ones that I have, none of them are exactly the same. They're all a little bit different thickness, a little bit, you got the pore marks here. Same with this one, you still got the pore marks and all that stuff, so that's cool. Here's another one still sealed up, I haven't even taken it out yet, so, but that'd be my advice. Like I said, I had a friend last night who, for the last couple of years, he's heard me talking about silver and knows that I, invest in it and stack it and buy it regularly. And he, was asking me questions, and, he had just bought a bunch of silver eagles, and, the premium that he paid, I think he paid just under $34 for them. And, I just tried explaining that that's going to take a long time to get your money back on it, or to make any money. So just keep that in mind, and, kind of plan out what your investment strategy is. If it's getting in it for quick, if it's, just trying to safe place to park your money and put it someplace into something that you feel will have value in the future, or at least the same value that you put into it. And if you just, if you're kind of hesitant about the fiat currency situation and all that, and I mean, for me, it's been a safe bet. It gives me peace of mind that, even if I wake up tomorrow and inflation is 30-40%, that, a good portion of what I put back will still give me back what I put into it, even all these years later. And I mean, honestly, like I said, I've been doing this for, about 10 years, a little bit longer than 10 years. So most of the silver that I have up until the last, say, 6 months or so, I've paid very little for compared to what it is now. Like, I'm very close to being where I got into it, or above most of it anyway. So, it's a good hobby to have. It is very addicting. You just got to really watch those premiums. And another thing I'd say is that look into your state. That a lot of states, that anything over 1,500, at least that's what it is here, is considered an investment. So there's no sales tax on it. I don't know how that works online, but in person, that's how it goes, at least for me out here. And I believe, I'd have to look again, but I believe 39 states also have the same thing. That I'm not sure what the denomination is for amount, but here in California, it's 1,500 is considered an investment, so there's no sales tax on it. So that helps out a lot. That's depending on your order. I mean, say a 10-ounce bar at $25, an ounce, that's $2,500. Added another, just shy of 9%. There's 700 and some odd dollars, or not 700, 200 and some odd dollars that I didn't have to pay in taxes. So, that's always nice to be able to do that. So, but yeah, just wanted to do a quick little recap on these Academy bars, because I didn't really know much about them before I posted the video, and I had somebody say that they thought they were Scottsdales and that they fooled them, and that's what they look like to me from the outside. And so I just did a little bit of digging and found out that they are, basically. It just must be another name or style, or I don't know, whatever the reasoning is for the Academy. From what all the resources I could find online and the Silver Forum and all that stuff, there is no difference between Academy and Scottsdale Mint, and obviously the stacking, the size and the shape, and you know the indents and all that, all are exactly the same as the Scottsdale one. So maybe they bought the mint, maybe they licensed the name. I'm not really sure. I couldn't find any more. Most of it was just them wanting to sell me ones, and they did seem to all be higher from what I saw and what I remember than any of the Scottsdale ones. So it tells me that they're not making these anymore, and that they're falling into that, you know, collector silver, or however you want to look at it. Kind of like, you know, these are they're not the art bars, but they're not the standard just bullion. They tend to claim, you know, get a little bit more premium, at least when you look on like eBay and stuff like that. I don't have a lot of experience as far as selling them and all that, but locally in town, that's, you know, that's just what I see. And this is what I get. Whatever people in town sell at the pawn shop, it ends up here in this hand on this channel. So, but if you like this content and you got any questions or comments, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I'll keep the content going. I'll go get some more from the other stack this weekend and upload a couple more videos. But yeah, give me a thumbs up and subscribe and comment down below.